fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me eating clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing, it's my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied, cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Call me the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
Mr. Kinsman.
Hey, how you doing there, Klomp? We're on the wrong side again. There we go.
You know what? I was gonna fix that before. You don't have to. We're telepathic. I know what you're thinking, and I'm gonna do it just for you.
That's right. You're just seeing if I was on my game, the A game on a Sunday. It's another great show for KINZ and KLOMP Live. Can't wait to get into our guest. We've got Owen Rigg from the NGA, Northern Golf Association, joining us in due time.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
We play the music at the beginning, and sometimes I see you doing a little bit of a dance in the background before the show starts. Do you think you're a good dancer? Can you
No, not a good dancer. Liquid courage comes to mind. Usually I need a bit of liquid courage before I'm out on the dance floor.
All right, kid. But I thought you had a hidden talent that you haven't told everyone about.
No.
All right. So what do we got? We got to thank our wonderful sponsors first, right?
That's right. First and foremost, Timmins RV. Thumbs up to Timmins RV. They posted on their Facebook page, I just wanted to mention this, that they are still open. Despite the stay-at-home order, they are still open. They continue to sell RVs, parts, and accessories. Note that they do curbside pickup for the accessories at this time, and they have several options for you to shop easily for what you need. You can find them online, timminsrv.com, and you do not have to pay for 6 months. Go visit their lot and price out your new or gently used summer RV located the first left past the Kamoskosia turnoff. And I like the whole 6 months, no payments. It's almost like you're walking in and say, I'll take this one, because you can walk in there with pocket lint. You don't even have to pay one dime, and you can get your new RV today or tomorrow. TimminsRV.com.
The only thing better is no payments anytime.
That's right.
No, okay. So I'm going to talk about the Surge. We know we can't wait for the Surge to open. It's the home of KINZ and KLOMP, and we've been planning our live entertainment variety type shows, which we can hopefully start in May, and they're going to be awesome. We have a whole lot of things planned, a lot of surprises. So we're looking forward to getting there. We love the folks at the Surge. It's an awesome place. And once we can get going back into the bar, we're going to start doing 3 shows a month there, entertainment shows and 2 stream shows. And we love them, right?
And we just might be bringing our trivia shows in there as well. Yes, we do. We love the Surge. We love our live shows. And again, we can't say enough about Kim and the staff at the Surge. And if you ever find their email online, you can send EMTs, help them out, because yes, the staff, because of the stay-at-home order, they're all unemployed until we do get ourselves back into orange or yellow statuses again.
All right. Agreed. What about our friend Eric?
Eric at Villeneuve Engineering. Eric hopping on board. He's a brand new engineer in the city of Timmins. And I'm just going to read you his little bio. Eric provides full detailed structural engineering anywhere located in Canada for industrial mining and metals, pulp and paper, power distribution, and commercial sectors. Call today as he's brand new. He's looking for brand new clients. 705-221-3991. You can even visit his Facebook page at Villeneuve Engineering Services. And yes, Eric has now joined the KINZ and KLOMP Live family.
Do you think he was good at building Legos when he was younger and this started this whole engineering dream?
Probably that or Tinker Toys. I remember playing, you remember Constructs as a kid, Tinker Toys, Legos, and anything, if you're, with the creative mind. I'm going to say Eric was pretty good at all of that stuff, and now he's getting paid for it now.
Hold on a second. Who calls them Tinker Toys?
That's what they were back in the day.
No.
It was an actual toy. It was an actual toy called Tinker Toys.
Okay. You had some weird Christmases at your house.
No. Tinker Toy. There's got to be someone out there that knows what Tinker Toys are.
No one. Only you, Kinsman. Okay, and finally,
yes.
Last but not least, Martin Peel paying PADS K9 Protection and Detection Services. We love Martin. We always say he's been with us since the beginning.
He has.
Offering protection for businesses and residential. He even trains dogs. And we know that Martin's hiring, right? He's looking to hire a couple new security guards.
He is. He's looking for full-time security guards. And if you are interested, he's looking to pay you $16 to $18 an hour. Says hours vary between day and night shift. And if you're interested, to call and contact Martin Peel at PADS K9 on their Facebook page. And you can also call them through the number 705-531-2416 and get hired by Martin Peel.
That's right. Do you think I can moonlight as a security guard?
You might.
Okay, let's get
I don't know if anybody would take you seriously if you're a security guard.
All right, so good evening from Gary Bailey. He's happy.
Hi, Gary.
Justin, hello.
Hey, guys, from Justin Prevost. James Ellis. Hey, Jamie, how are you now? Lori says, happy Sunday, guys. Thanks, Lori. Good evening, McClomp and KINZ. Jan Ars tuning in. Joanne saying hello, guys. Thanks, Joanne, for tuning in. Gary, hey, Jamie, what happened to your Sens last night? Winning 3-0 with 10 minutes left. LOL.
The Sens have been rebuilding for 5 years. I'm cheering for the Jays right now, Kinsman, so that don't even faze me.
Carol says, hello, Jamie and Mark. Hello, Carol. Thanks for tuning in. Jeff Arscott, my good old high school and school buddy back in the day there, saying hello. Janice, they let me out of jail. She was in Facebook jail.
Yes.
So watch what you post nowadays. There's Donna Arscott, the mom of Jeff. Good evening, Mark and Jamie. She's also calling in from the GTA.
James says Tinker Toys are a real thing. And
they are.
Okay.
And look, there's Daniel. That's my stepfather from Barrie tuning in, stating that Tinker Toy. He's on the Tinker Toy bandwagon.
I don't know.
As will you, when you type it in, you'll know exactly. You're going to say, I actually had those for Christmas at one point. You just didn't know the name.
You just have these weird sayings for everything. So maybe you proved me wrong. Okay. So before we get Owen on, we want to mention a couple things. One.
Yes, we've got more loot.
Yeah, we have another $1,000 to give away to a local business in need. And Chris Lamarche, right, has stepped up with this one.
He has from Innovative Audio Mobile Performance. He said, you know what? I loved when we gave away $3,000, 3 individual draws for $1,000 a couple weeks back. And he says, I want to do the same thing. And he's donating $1,000. And again, the post is up on our Facebook page. And you have till Thursday night at the end of Thursday's show to enter a business that has been completely shut down from the stay-at-home order. And we're going to pay someone, a business, $1,000 on Thursday's show.
Good.
Thanks, Chris.
And finally, tonight is the first Sunday of 8 Sundays. We are drawing one person who commented something positive or good natured they did, or nominated someone, and they went into a draw, and we're going to draw. One lucky winner is going to get a $50 gift certificate from downtown Clemens.
That's right. I've got the draw box over here getting ready to go.
You always have the
KINZ and
prizes.
KLOMP Live.
Hey, look, Kinsman, you always have the prizes. Guess what? I got them today. What do you think about that?
You've got the gift certificates. And again, I call those BIA bucks because you can use them for any local business in the downtown BIA. And again, thanks to the Downtown Timmins BIA for hopping on for 8 weeks with that generous donation. I love the gift certificates. And you know what that means? That's $50 that a local business didn't have before we sent a winner through their door. So it's going to be exciting to see who wins that tonight.
Yeah, Joanne's asking me if I feel, I'm feeling perfect. Maybe she thinks I'm a little off tonight.
Are you off tonight?
I feel good.
You need some off the dock, maybe, possibly.
All right. Are you ready for Mr. Owen Rigg?
I think we are.
Yeah, from
Northern Golf Association. He is one of the directors, and we're going to bring him on. He's a part of I'm going to call it. It's one of the oldest golf cliques in the entire country. 95 years young. And
yes.
Owen is joining on in 2021. You've been with the association, Owen, for how many years now?
So this is my 13th year with the association since I got back from school and returned back to the community.
1926.
Yeah,
when this spearheaded for the first time. It's an amazing organization, and now you being involved with it, you're bringing all the big name golf tournaments to the north, which not only brings a mediocre golfer a chance to try their skill at the next level, but you're bringing much needed money into the economy when you do bring these tournaments to the north.
Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that, Mark. We've been a really successful with the association the last 4 or 5 years, getting back into the provincial system with Golf Ontario and the national brand Golf Canada. So it's been really, really rewarding for us up here because having that linkage to both bodies really is a supportive mechanism in times of crisis like we're going through with COVID right now. They do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people aren't aware of. And we feed into that as the association in the region. So really important collaboration going on right now. But as you mentioned about the championship, the Hollinger Golf Club in Timmins is going to be hosting the 2021 Golf Canada Next Gen Fall Series East Championship in September. We've never had really any championships of this caliber this far up north before. Sudbury's hosted some Ontario and Canadian juniors before. This is a junior championship, so it'll be the best 14 to 18-year-old girls and boys coming to the community in September in the event that things improve with COVID by that point in time.
That's that is really big news for the community. So how long did it take to sort of put that together, get the bid, get it accepted?
Yeah, it's a good question, Jamie. So we started working on it about 18 months ago with Golf Canada and started looking at options for doing this particular event. If we're very successful with this, who knows, there might be other championships coming to the region in the very near future. So we're very grateful to have the opportunity to do it. We're very hopeful we can do it because this will be 100 of the best kids in both Quebec and Ontario. You might get the odd Manitoba kid coming too to participate if things are relaxed with the COVID rules at that time. So we're hoping. We see that there's an opportunity for some hotel rooms to be filled up, some people to get out to a lot of the restaurants that could use that little kick in kicking the butt for extra funding right now and seeing some people spend some money. So we're hopeful that this really works out for us and that we're able to put on a great championship at a really good golf course.
So when you say, it's the best kids in these age groups, how do they qualify for this tournament?
So this particular championship is so if you're if you're on Team Canada or Team Ontario, for example, they'll have exemptions into the event. There also is like you sign up online through Golf Canada's portal. So if you're a kid that has a reasonable handicap and you have the ability to participate at this level, then you would get accepted to the event. We're working quite close with Golf Ontario, right, or Golf Canada, I should say, to have some northern flavor in the event too. So we're going to be offering up some opportunities for some of the northern kids around the area to also showcase their talent and participate in this great event.
That's so exciting for, someone who is a low handicap, stating, they don't have that competition, giving them the chance to, tee it up with, other caliber golfers. It's got to be kind of exciting for, any junior golfer in the ranks to say, I get to play. You probably get, the roped off feel, people watching the tournament. It's a whole different ball of wax when they tee it up.
Yeah, this is a special opportunity for us here. What the NGA has been hyper focused on is really stimulating growth in junior golf, getting a lot of the clubs to recognize that junior golf has to be part of your strategic plan moving forward, because golf courses typically are a little bit older in demographics. People think of it as a bit of an old sport. It's got a big youth movement in Southern Ontario. The North is trailing a little bit behind right now, and we want to really stimulate that growth at a lot of the member clubs. So we're very hopeful that having events like this will kind of be an opportunity to grow the game with a lot younger kids, because they might see someone at that event that they take a liking to and say, hey, I want to be just as good as that kid. And it spurs these junior programs to really develop at these member clubs that we do represent. So having these opportunities are so important to us, because it does give the chances for the golf courses to be successful long term with increasing membership and interest in the game.
Do you find, like, obviously you're a golf fanatic? I know that when Tiger was at the top of his game, golf popularity was absolutely soaring. And now, Tiger Woods, his career, well, potentially could be over. And there are big names in golf, but there's no real Tiger Woods out there right now. Do you find when he sort of declined, the fan base declined? Or are they still waiting for the next Tiger Woods? Is this why, maybe the youth demographic is lower than it used to be? Participation is lower than it used to be? Or is there other underlying reasons?
It's a great question, Jamie. I think there's a couple of things that have an effect on junior participation. I think there's a cost element. Golf can be a pretty expensive sport to participate in, but there is opportunities to get in the game at a lower price point. I mean, junior golf in Northern Ontario is cheap to start with. I mean, I think the membership at the Spruce Needles, for example, is around $100 for a junior kid to participate, and it's just a little over $200 at the Hollinger. Well, $200 or $100 isn't really breaking the bank to get involved in the game. It's some of the equipment costs that get a little bit expensive, right? But like I mentioned to a lot of people, and what I do, with Facebook or some of my social media channels, is people will drop off clubs that, were left into their garages or they're not participating anymore, and I'll pass it on to someone else who's looking to get into the game, right? Because it's not about making money, it's about getting people participating and playing. So I think there's a couple factors that lead to a bit of a decline in youth populations playing. There hadn't been good programming for a long time through the clubs. The NGA being a part of the national and provincial program now, there is opportunities now to build things into the game that weren't there before in places like Northern Ontario. So First Tee Canada, which is kind of the new group that came out of Golf in Schools. Golf in Schools program will be rolled out up in this neck of the woods in the near future. We were hoping to roll it out at the start of 2020, but with COVID happening, it kind of derailed that opportunity so far. So having Golf in Schools as part of the gym curriculum will be a really big opportunity to expose young kids to the game in a very controlled environment. Golf courses have to do a better job of also providing junior opportunities. I mean, just having junior camps, it doesn't serve the purpose of taking people from going from a driving range learning experience or something at the golf in schools to actually translating into golfers. You have to have many steps along the way to build them into the program. So I think that'll have a dramatic effect once we start doing those kind of things a little bit more often. And then just a willingness for the right people to get involved. We have a lot of volunteers that have contacted our association in recent months looking for ways to contribute and help within the game. So we have some good people that are really willing to step up to help with the junior programming in places like Timmins, places like Kapuskasing, places like Iroquois Falls, Matheson, and around. So it's a big thing for us.
So when I grew up, Owen, in around the GTA, outside of Ajax Pickering, used to play a course called Cherry Downs, which is now part of the Club Link Corporation, where my membership, I could play at different courses with the same membership. Is there a type of pass or some type of program that would be utilized for Northern Ontario, where you would pay one fee and then you could play multiple courses up here in the north? Have they thought about that program yet up here?
So it's been thought about, but it's really hard because a lot of these courses are smaller operations, and they have their own mentality on how they want to operate and capture their own revenues. So to have like combined membership in this region, you really need some overarching corporation or something like that to buy up a lot of the courses to really have that type of membership structure. So it's a little bit hard. For junior golf, though, junior golf is relatively cheap. So if you have tournaments going on at all the clubs in the region during the summer, typically they run between $20 and $40 for a kid to participate. So, you get a hot dog or a hamburger, you get a prize, and you get the opportunity to compete against other local kids. So it's not cost prohibitive in that way, but as a membership at large, we're not really there yet.
Mm-hmm. So I want to ask Owen, would you consider yourself a great golfer?
I wouldn't say I was a great golfer, but I've done well with the game. I've been very fortunate to play since I was 7 years old and went through the junior camps in this community. Some people that are listening probably remember the name Phil Ferrari. The Ferrari family in Timmins is, as I would say, is the first family of golf in this community. And I learned through some of those experiences when I was a kid. I was very fortunate to end up on a golf scholarship to go play in the States during my university time. So, I've had opportunity to play. I've been lucky enough to win some major championships in the region over the years. So this is kind of my next evolution in the game, is being a part of the association and giving back and seeing where we can get the next group of Owen Riggs or Chris Wilsons or Jordan Bilodeau's to the next level.
Lacey says you're okay. It sounds like you're better than okay to me, but okay, I have a couple. I wonder if you've done these things I've done on the golf course. Have you tried to break your driver over your leg out of frustration?
Never broken a driver, but I've broken the odd wedge. But it's been a few years since that's happened.
Have you ever had a ball that goes like in the rough and sort of when no one's looking, throw it in the fairway?
No, we play by the rules. So that's for sure.
Okay, good. I might have done that. I learned that from Kinsman. He told me about this trick.
The foot wedge, don't they?
The old foot wedge,
There's always one in the group that says, "Hey, the foot wedge. No one needs to do this." Or it's like the mini putt rule when you're close to the wall, but obviously there's no walls. You can move it if it's in a little indentation in the fairway. You can move it to a better spot on the turf. No, you can't do that. But we've all been there with those types of players, right?
What about mulligans? Can you take mulligans?
I think there's some people take mulligans. I mean, what I think we're hoping for in the game is just we want people out there playing. So it doesn't matter to me if you're not following the rules when you're first starting. It's okay. Like, go out, get out there, play the game, enjoy yourself. And then if you start getting better at the game, then take it a little more seriously with the rules, because there is a lot of rules in golf and they are pretty complicated. So the expectation of a new golfer coming in isn't to know all those intricate rules that we do follow at a high level.
It must be really frustrating this year for these local golf clubs that obviously they're seasonal, their revenue coming in is seasonal, and even see potentially even some of it sliced up, maybe all of it, hopefully not. It's tough for these courses to survive if we can lose a season. Like what's the mood like at the local golf courses?
Well, the mood is there's frustration for sure.
Yeah.
I would definitely tell you that I field probably easily 25 to 26, 27 calls a week or every day, every other day, from people within the community and the region at large about where golf's at right now, and if I've heard anything from the provincial or national brands. And it's definitely been challenging because, you know, everyone's, especially with the weather this year. I mean, yeah, we've had the odd snow day, and then the day comes back and it's a little cool, but you know, we could have had our golf courses open mid April this year and been ready to go. So it's frustrating. I know the courses are eager to get going. The board at Spruce Needles has really been working hard at putting a lot of their you know, a lot of things into motion. They did a lot of work on the course during this time off. Corey Hofford and the staff at the Hollinger, for example, are doing a bunch of the aeration work that they normally don't get to at this time of year because we're shut down. It's been very frustrating. I feel for the clubs across the region right now because, you know, yeah, COVID's a problem. We know it's a problem. You know, people are getting harmed by this. People are getting sick. People are dying. But golf proved itself last year as a safe alternative for a lot of things. There was 26 million rounds of golf played in Canada last year, with 1.8 million Ontarians playing the game during that period of time. So golf had no connection to any COVID outbreaks last year because the game is already socially distant to start with. You know, I mean, me and Mark could be out playing a round of golf and not come within 6 feet of each other all day.
Right.
Just because of the nature of the game. So it's frustrating because we had such a great thing going last year, and there's really no scientific evidence for shutting it down this year. The industry's pissed off for sure. There's a ton of lobbying going on right now. I'm very fortunate because of what I do with the NGA that I have a chance to speak with Golf Ontario and bring in, you know, ideas and comments and things like that, and what we're hearing from our member clubs because they do call us. You know, we're filtering up the chain. This is the most unified I've ever seen golf associations the entire time I've played the game since I was 7. They're unified. They have a message that's been resonating most times. But right now, the job and recovery committee with the province is like, they're not listening. They're absolutely not wanting to come to the table to negotiate getting out of this shutdown for golf right now, and it's been super frustrating.
Like, you can't get any better social distanced than a golf round, like you said. You know, where everybody plays a different game. You know, even if we played a golf game, you know, you're down the fairway, I'm in the woods. We never see each other anyway, right, Rowan? When we're teeing it off. So, you know, it's socially distanced. I heard rumor that they may bring back to the table maybe some looser restrictions to include golf courses. You know, in COVID, you know, into the stay-at-home order, like they did with the parks, where they said kids couldn't play the park. Then they went back and tinkered with that. You know, golf courses hopefully will be on the next docket to you know, to get people outside, because, you know, it's you know, it's doing detrimental effects to one's mental stability, right? And you know, if someone can get out there and play a round of golf, you know, you are going to do it safely. I was just telling you before the show, it's safer to play a round of golf than it is to go and grab the pack of beef at the local grocery store in the middle of COVID, you know, compared to a round of golf today.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? It's such a tough thing to see right now because, I mean, you know, I grew up in this community in Timmins and been here for quite a while since I've been back from school. And I mean, I was around my parents' place around Gillies today, and there's tons of people out walking inside of 6 feet from each other. Like, you can't tell me that is any safer than what golf would be providing for a 4 or 5 hour afternoon. So it's kind of challenging. I'm sure you guys have been to the stores to pick up your groceries. The grocery stores are still jam packed. I mean, it's kind of frustrating to think that is considered any safer than golf. Golf has a bit of a tough position that they're currently in because, you know, a lot of people look to it as a bit of an elite sport. You know, it's elite, you know, typically money and social status at the private clubs. You know, people kind of look down on that because it can be snobby. The majority of the people I play golf with are middle class, are people that enjoy the game, that are doing it for recreational activities for their mental health, to get outside, right? And it's unfortunate because there's no outlets for a lot of adults right now. I mean, they did open the playgrounds for kids. Kids aren't socially distant. I see it all the time around South Porcupine. They're not full. It's hard to tell a 6-7-year-old to stay 6 feet from their kid, and I understand that's tough. But if that's allowed to be done, how can we not have our adult playgrounds open too, especially ones that can be considered safe and have been considered safe in the past? So.
And how are these other provinces? Like some of the other provinces, the golf courses are open, if not all across the country, with the exception of Ontario.
It's a great comment there, Jamie. We're the only jurisdiction in North America right now that are closed for golf. Everywhere else in North America is open. I know that I think over in Ireland, golf was kind of touch and go for a little while, and it might have opened and closed again. But I know in North America that Ontario is the only province right now that is close to golf, and it's super unfortunate. Here's a couple of stats for you just to think about. In Ontario, there is 800 plus golf courses in this province. It employs 110,000 people during the season. Right now, most golf courses are operating at 10 to 20% of their staffing levels because there's no participation, so there's no revenue being generated. And if there's no revenue being generated, no one's working. So golf really has a major economic effect in this province. It employs a lot of our students during the summer that make their money for school, that are making their tip money, whether they're doing stuff in the bar or stuff on the bar carts. So this has a dramatic effect on them. But people don't also realize is golf is a major fundraising contributor to a lot of other nonprofit organizations across the province. So not having golf operating has an effect on that also. And because that is currently in place, there's a lot of organizations that are having a shortfall this year in a lot of operating budgets because golf's not being played. So it has a very much a cascading effect overall.
Yeah, there's Matt Bachon.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about? Corey Connor's success, Brooke Henderson's winning as Canadian golfer, or Mike Weir now competing and in the hunt for the Champions Tour? Whatever one you follow, it should be exciting for Canadian golf. Yeah, we're moving in Canadian golf. That is right.
We certainly are.
Yeah, and that's why I think it was, like Matt's been a major contributor to, the movement in golf in Northern Ontario. He was a board member for a long time with us too, before he had a young family. So, shout out to Matt for all the things he's done in the game. I mean, we were with you guys not too long ago, talking about the simulator and talking about some of the stuff that was going to go on with him with the Masters tournament. So, I mean, that was an outlet for a lot of people during the winter to get out and hit shots, looking forward to the season. So, he has a major effect on what happens in golf in Timmins. So a lot of kudos to Matt over the years. For Canadian golf, I think at large, we're seeing a lot of success because, the organizations are doing a good job at building golfers now. I mean, Corey Connors is from a small community in Listowel, Ontario. I mean, just doing fantastic things on tour these days. Had a great stretch, had a good chance at the Masters recently. So it's great to see a guy like that playing well. Mackenzie Hughes from Dundas, Ontario has done extremely well in the last bunch of years. Brooke Henderson, I mean, you can't say enough about Brooke. She's just a phenomenal talent. To be top 5 in the world rankings is impressive, and just coming off a nice win last week. So, great to see her back in the winner's circle after a couple close calls. I mean, I'm sure you guys were doing the same earlier, but the Champion Tour is on right now, and Mike Weir's doing some yeoman's work trying to close this one out to win. I think he's one back right now.
No, he's tied now, 10 under with I think 2 holes left for both of them.
Yeah, so him and Big John Daly. So that's coming down to the wire. So golf's on the upswing, and what I can definitely say is, you were talking about it earlier, Jamie, like where do we see golf at right now? Well, golf is showed an incredible kind of, how do I put it? They showed such a there's so much participation last year. It was kind of crazy to think that COVID turned in and translated into so many people at the doors of these golf courses. A lot of the golf courses in this area had record years. I know New Liskeard, for example, had an extremely successful season and put a lot of money in their bank account, which led to them expanding and doing things on the golf course that they haven't done for many years. So, golf is on the upswing. People want to play. I mean, I saw so many people in the community last year playing golf that I hadn't seen for a long time, that played before, people coming back to the game, those people's kids starting to get involved in junior camps and some of these programs that have been offered at both Spruce Needles and the Hollinger. So it's really good to see. And I think that's why golf's a little frustrated right now, because they had such a successful year across the board that they're just biting their nails out right now, trying to go, well, how do we get back so we can offer the services we did last year and do more again to touch more people.
So if I go see Owen Rigg for some golf lessons, A, does he fix my slice? And B, how many yards does he put on my drive? I don't have any right now.
Based on your attitude first. So, but we can definitely show you quite a bit of stuff to try to get you going. I know, Mark Jolly's doing some stuff at the golf course, teaching at the Hollinger, and May Soroko's quite involved still with Spruce Needles. So there is options for people to book lessons. I'm not a certified pro by any stretch of the imagination. So when I go out to teach folks, it's for free. It's because I want to do it and I want to see people get better. So Jamie, like I always told you, if you want to learn a few things, just give us a call.
Yes, I want to be able to at least beat Mark, because I think Mark's a better golfer than me.
Well, I don't know. It's been a few years since I played, but yes, I was a good junior golfer. And it's funny, before, Jamie was talking about, back in the day, before Tiger Woods made the jump into the golf tour, driving purses here, skyrocketing. When I was a good junior golfer, you never had thoughts of joining the tour, because at the time, I think the CPGA and the Canadian Tour, you were making peanuts out there. And even, since, the Tiger Woods days, even kids on the Canadian Tour, the LPGA Tour, and the women's, the lower ranks for the any tour, the purses have skyrocketed, where you can actually make a living doing golf. You were proof in the pudding. You were trying to, take that leap, Owen. How was it for you? Did you have your eyes set on, maybe cracking a tour one of, back in your junior days?
You're junior, or you're much younger. You think that, it's kind of that big fish, small pond syndrome, right? So, you come from a community like this, and you do really well in junior golf, and then you kind of get out on the world's, kind of in the world stage, or, the US stage when I went to college, and you see kind of where you fit in. I mean, you realize pretty quickly that you got to make sure you get your education and take care of business with that kind of stuff, because
that's right.
The opportunities to go pro are challenging already. I kind of knew pretty much into my third year of college that probably wasn't going to happen for me, to be a touring pro. Always had the opportunity to, become a teaching pro and play some of the club pro events that go on if I wanted to do it that way. But I decided to stay an amateur and work with the NGA. I was very fortunate to get a great job with the province in this community. So, I found something that I'm really passionate about doing and really enjoy being a part of at this point. So the pro side kind of had its, there was an opportunity at one point, but it wasn't something that I decided to pursue just because of not enough talent.
So what would you tell people who have never golfed before, no matter what age they are, and they're looking for a new sport? What would you say to promote golf to them?
Yeah, so what I would definitely tell people is, it's a lot more friendly than you think. I think a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about the game, that, it's a snobby, it's an arrogant sport. It really isn't. What most non-golfers should do is, everyone has a golf friend or someone who's a fanatic of the game that participates, is really just tag along and go experience it with that individual or with friends and colleagues. Most courses do really good programming, and they will give an opportunity for people to see the game at a reduced rate the first time around, because there is a barrier in cost to getting involved in the game. Sometimes it has improved, but we want new golfers. It's good business sense for a golf club to be inclusive in wanting people to show up and participate. So, we did some things last summer where I was introducing the game to, more women, trying to get more women involved in the game, because if you get more women participating in the game, normally their kids will follow. and it becomes a bit of a family affair. So we're trying to do more with women at our golf club. Like I help out at the Hollinger quite a bit. So we're trying to do that a lot. I know Mace has done that for years at Spruce, introductory lessons, introductory experience for women golfers. If we get more women playing the game, golf really has an opportunity to succeed, because it's 50% of the golf population, but 80% of people that participate in the game more regularly are men. So there's a big chunk of people that are missing out on a regular basis, and it only makes good business sense. So, tag along, try it out, reach out to the association. The NGA is going to steer you the right way. Try to help you find the right people to give you those opportunities to learn the game.
And I think a lot of people, when they start out playing golf, let's say, you or I tag up, you're a different, much better caliber golfer than I am. Some people get caught up with, if you're playing the back tees, they get embarrassed to play their tee. That's why the golf courses have a tee system for, the different caliber of golfer, right? You shouldn't be ashamed if you're shooting from the blacks. If I'm teeing off from the blues or the whites, it's just because of the caliber. And I think a lot of people, say, oh, I got to go out there, and then they get turned off of playing because they keep duffing it, hacking it. They can't do it from the back tees, and they lose interest. Where, you can definitely, start at your pace, and then take it, game by game. You get a lesson from Owen. You could go from the whites to the blues, and then to the blacks, and then eventually the golds at Hollinger. But you start at your pace. And I think now with tournaments, they've now geared it for the scramble tournament, where it gives everybody, no matter what caliber you are, a chance to have a putt at a birdie or an eagle, where you're playing that one ball, where everybody gets a crack at it.
No, absolutely. Like there's a lot of those formats that make it a lot more fun for people that are a little less skilled or who are developing into the game. You're definitely right about that. The tee system at golf clubs, I think people, there's nothing wrong with playing the forward tees. Like there's nothing wrong with doing that. I mean, it's if it makes you more comfortable and it makes you enjoy the game more, that's the most important thing. Shouldn't go to the golf course and spend 4 hours being super frustrated if you have the ability to play it from a shorter tee where it's more enjoyable for yourself. So, I have more fun. It's funny because I spend a lot of time playing golf, and I have more fun playing with higher handicappers because of how much enjoyment I get to have watching someone improve, or seeing someone make their first par, or making their first birdie, and being so excited about doing that, or hitting a green on a par 3 for the first time. So seeing that stuff happen, it's definitely a lot more rewarding for me.
Matt's got a great question, or a great comment. He says, very few games you can start playing the game from age 6 and continue enjoying it until 80 or later. You can play it just about anywhere in the world. Many take a break and then come back. But if you are exposed young, there's a strong chance you will keep the game a part of your life forever over the years. And that's so true from Matt. Now being a father, I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Golf, I very rarely play, but when I do get, when you pick up the sticks, doesn't matter how long it's been, it takes a few shots and you're right back into the game again. And it only takes one shot. They always say there's one shot per round that keeps you coming back, and that's usually the sake every time you tee it up.
I saw a little 2-year-old boy on the news golfing in the USA a few weeks ago. He would put me to shame.
There's actually a really good young kid out of the Sudbury area. His name's Jacko, and he has a pretty big Instagram following now from his father. Obviously is managing it, but he won an award that Jack Nicklaus was on a committee for voting one of the best swings as a 2-year-old. That kid's kind of given Northern Ontario a little bit of notoriety. He's connected to the Idlewild Golf Club or the Golf and Country Club in Sudbury. So check that out. That kid's pretty impressive, and I think he's going to be a special young golfer once he starts getting to his junior years where he can start competing. So keep an eye on that kid. Check that guy out.
Definitely. Saw him actually swing on his YouTube video, the one that he submitted. And you were saying Jack Nicklaus was on the panel. I think Jordan Spieth was also on the panel. So he got some great praise.
Yeah, I believe Annika was on it too. But he, from Northern Ontario, to see that happen, like pretty cool. That's for sure. So good for that.
So How do people stay in touch with all the golf news here locally? Follow the courses, Northern Golf Association also?
Yeah, so we have a website, so it's golfnga.com. There's quite a few things there, but you can find us on Twitter, golf_NGA, Northern Golf Association on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You can find information everywhere. So we've been trying to be really good. Especially with what's going on right now with the shutdown, of trying to provide information and updates on what's going on with the lobby at this time. We're also trying to make sure that tournament news goes out and things that are kind of going on in the region, what's going on at member clubs. So we share a lot of stories and successes about what's going on. I mean, Spruce Needles put out a post earlier today about some of the fantastic work Phil Lozier has been doing on the course. So we try to share that stuff to keep people's energy up with the game. Kapuskasing does the same stuff, so we'll share it. So any of the 30 members that are a member of our golf association, we try to share the information really quite regularly.
What are your thoughts on the new business of trick shot Instagram fame, i.e. Page?
Well, I know what he's talking about. I think anything that really highlights how much fun golf is, regardless if it's your traditional type of play or if it's trick shots or long drive, anything that's promoting the game is beneficial for the game. So having people that are Instagram, social media stars, influencers, people that are involved in the game, it's a really, really good thing for golf overall.
Repair your ball marks. There's a rule.
That's right.
Repair your knows.
What would be your trick shot, Owen? Yeah, I was going to ask that. Matt stole my question.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, and I haven't really put anything together. But if I do, I'll definitely share it with you. I don't know. I'm thinking that it's going to blow up in my face, and I might take one in the undesirables. So I don't know if I really want to give it a try at this point.
Yeah. Pretty awesome story, eh, Mark? All the work Owen's doing to promote golf in the community as an awesome sport. I love it. So we love everything you're doing, and it just makes the community better. It's another thing for people to get out and do and get exercise and enjoy time with family and friends. And here's hoping very soon it opens up again.
Yes. Fingers crossed we'll tiptoe back into golfing as a socially distanced sport again, which I'm hoping they can maybe reverse it and allow some of the places that are shut down completely to step back into making some money again.
We're definitely hopeful. That things will change. I kind of have a feeling, and this is just a personal feeling, this isn't anything that the association is telling me, but I don't feel that we're going to be open any sooner than the 20th of the month. So that's just my feel, and kind of seeing how things are going presently with the negotiations. It's not going as well as it possibly could be. But I just wanted to highlight a couple things, especially for people that are out there that are listening. Don't make sure you go to your local clubs in the region and buy your memberships. If you are planning on playing this year, get ahead of it, get in, support the clubs. If you're into buying your green fee passes and your 10 packs or 15 packs, go and spend that money and make sure that you let the golf clubs know that you're serious in playing the game this year. I know people are a little apprehensive because they're worried that golf might come back later than expected, but the golf course is just like a lot of the small businesses you highlight in the community are also relying on that money to come in. So don't forget about that, guys. It's really important, and it shows a lot of loyalty to your membership. So
that's right.
Wanted to also thank you guys for all the stuff you do in the community, because I think a lot of people are really benefiting from the stuff and the messagings you're providing. So good on you guys for what you do.
Thanks so much, Owen. We appreciate you saying that.
Thank you for the messages.
All right. Well, we will be in contact for some golf lessons. And once again, our accolades that go out to you for all the awesome stuff you're doing. And we'll be in close contact with you and following everything with the NGA. And we're looking forward to getting some golf time in this year.
That's right.
Let's hope, guys. But, keep your fingers crossed that we get to that point. But thanks again for the time. And hopefully Mike Weir pulls this off in the next 10 or 20 minutes.
Actually, I just got the update. Daly here, he's putting for birdie. Did he get it? He just missed it. So if Weir birdies 18, he wins the tournament. Daly, I do believe they were tied at 10 under, and I think Weir's actually. I'm actually watching it here because I knew you had it tuned in there, Owen. But Daly just tapped in for par. Weir's in the fairway. If he birdies, he'll win the tournament.
Kinsman, you spent half the interview looking at that TV.
Well, Weir's one. Sorry, Weir's one up right now. He's 10 under, and Daly's at 9. So it would be really cool to see him pull this off. So thanks for your time today, guys.
Yeah,
everyone
thanks
out there,
so much.
stay safe. Everyone, stay safe, and we'll do this again soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Owen.
Have a good day.
And how fitting that Weir is actually on the cusp of winning a tournament. A golf show, the odds of having a golf show on KINZ and KLOMP Live and having the 2003 Masters champion, Canadian Mike Weir about to win on the Champions Tour today. In the midst of our show, now he's a few putts away from making that happen, is pretty astronomical. Right?
All right, Kinsman.
Right? Good old Canadian touch there.
I love it. But now you got to pay attention to me for 5 minutes. Can you do it?
I can do that. I can pay attention to you.
All right. Tell us about our good friends who make this Loon vodka.
Yes, Roe Distillery taking their Loon vodka and their flavored liqueurs from Hearst and expanding to Thunder Bay. So that was some big news happening. We wanted to give Muriel and Roe Distillery a big shout out. It's going to expand not only to your hometown, Jamie, but they're going to take. They're actually going to open up, I do believe, 10 to 14 job positions when they do open up in your hometown. Yeah,
I know exactly where they're moving, and that's a big expansion for them. Congratulations. And we're going to help do some promotion for them when they open up in Thunder Bay. And I'll take you for a tour of my hometown, Kinsman, when everything opens up there.
Yes, when it opens up, I want to go for a drive because the furthest I've driven in the entire span of COVID is just shy of Matheson. We went to the alpaca farm. That's as far as I've been.
You're due. Who won the TADH draw?
Don't know. I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't you, but someone is holding a ticket worth $239,448. Again, they're going to announce the winner on who that winning a ticket or tickets is attached to this week. And they also wanted to pass along the TADH. They've got a bonus draw for $5,000. Timmins District 5050.ca. You've got till May 5th to get your tickets. And again, they're just doing a bit of a $5,000 bonus draw. And of course, you can still get your tickets for the May draw, which will, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be another $250,000 prize. They're making astronomical figures over at TADH. Just a great 50-50. Love it.
Anti-coalition.
Yes, they're looking for best recipes. Your best recipe, Mr. Klomp. What would you contribute to the community cookbook with the Anti-Hunger Coalition?
This is a craft dinner with a splash of soy milk. That's what I got. Do you think they would let me in?
That's what you would do? Well, she's looking for. It was Helen from the Multicultural Festival here in the city, and the committee. Looking for unique and best recipes. It just might crack the 100 that they're looking for. I'm thinking, if you've got a great apple pie recipe, something that you make that everybody eats that says, oh wow, I need to showcase this. Well, this is where you're going to be in a book forever. The Anti-Hunger Coalition asking you to submit your recipes. Go to their Facebook page, Anti-Hunger Coalition, and add your recipe to the pile, and you just might be forever etched into the community cookbook.
Keep watching the golf, Mark. Jamie can work. Hey, Janice, I'm doing all the hard work here behind the scenes. On a smooth
Janice always pulling at your strings there.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's going on with camping? Like, is Crown Land, you can't camp? Then I heard some people can camp in May. Do you know anything about this? Is camping banned right now? Or
I don't think it's banned right now. I haven't heard about anybody opening up their campsites. Mm-hmm. Usually it's May run in and around there. Hopefully we'll see some better news that we can socially distance at our camps, because there's nothing better than, I'm going to say it's a heck of a lot safer being at your camp at Big Water than it is, lining up for, your essential goods at Walmart or another business here in the city, right?
All right. What about our friend Celeste Levy?
Yes, Celeste Levy, big news a couple days ago. She, of course, our hometown superstar, musician, now residing in Ottawa. She picked up 4 Capitol Music Award nominations the other day, including Artist of the Year. And the big show is going to be awarded on Friday night, obviously virtually from Ottawa. So we're wishing Celeste that she picks up, one, if not all 4 of those nominations, and she'll bring home some hardware. So we'll keep you up to date definitely on that situation.
I got some answers for camping for you. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Let's see. Seasonal can camp, no visitors.
I don't like visitors when I'm camping anyway, so that's all right.
Wait, you sit by the fire by yourself, or what?
That's right.
You're such a fun guy, Kinsman. COVID is all about camping for some reason.
Yeah, it sure is.
Seasonal is open May long.
Okay.
I
think the only thing banned so far is Crownland. So if you go to off the beaten path, you can't camp, which I still think is kind of ludicrous. But again, we don't run the province, right? It's Ford Nation that's calling the shots. Barry says we have a camp at Bigwater. We're opening on the 15th, so that's some good news.
Love it.
Right there, yeah.
All right, you had a big supper from guac, you told me.
Yes, finally, the taco or the burrito that you never dropped off when you went to the soft launch. I stopped in there today and I picked up a steak burrito, and he wanted me to say how it was on the show, and it was fantastic. If you haven't had a Guac Mexi Grill steak burrito, I asked him, what do I get? I've never been here. There was so many choices. He said the steak burrito was the choice. And it certainly was tasty, and it was absolutely massive. It was like the biggest burrito I've ever had. So you get good bang for your buck at Guac.
So in Porcupine, there used to be an old convenience store called, I think it was called Chevy's.
Okay. Yes.
Was it Chevy's?
Chevy's. It was like the variety store as you're headed out.
So it's underneath new ownership now. They redid it all. They got this awesome like lime green paint on the outside called Bait Me, Tackle, and Variety. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be opening up sometime this month. And we're actually going to be there for the opening. Pretty cool. And I love it, man, because anytime in Porcupine there, we've had a few businesses close. It's good news when something opens up.
That's right. It's good to see businesses opening up, let alone in the South End, because you talk to anybody down there, they say nothing ever opens in the South End. Well, there you go. Bait Me, Tackle, and Variety. And yes, we'll be there for the grand opening. Socially distanced. Hopefully, we'll loosen some of the restrictions, but we'll be there in the parking lot if we have to showcase their grand opening.
Okay, so Paul had guac last night, and he agrees with you.
Very tasty.
Tammy, and it was called Chevy's. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's right. And long weekend in May, Dave says, who's the owner of the Bait Me, Tackle, and Variety. That is awesome. Yeah. All right, Kinsman. So one thing before we get to the draw, I want to wish my daughter is 22 today. So
a lot of people online saying they couldn't believe that you have a 22-year-old daughter, but you do. It's like the Shangri-La waterway system in your place there. You never age.
It's just, I can't grow this beard,
That's it. But yeah, her 22nd birthday today, right?
Yeah, so she completed the nursing program, so she's going to write her nursing license pretty soon, and super proud of her. And has this wonderful boyfriend, and living on their own. She's living on her own, and she's awesome. So happy birthday, Tiana. Your dad loves you.
Birthday.
All right, Kinsman, we have to do the draw now.
All right.
This is good vibes.
Good vibes with KINZ and KLOMP Live.
Yeah, so while you shake it, I'll tell people what it is. There's a post on our page. If you want to nominate someone that's done something positive or of good nature for the community or someone else, it could be something simple. Nominate them on the post. They go into a draw for a $50 gift certificate from Downtown Timmins. So this is the first one of 8.
And the winner is Melissa McGinn, nominated by Joanne Moreau-Bougie.
Now, do we know what? Or maybe Joanne can tell us what Melissa did.
We'd have to go back to
Yeah, we should pull up. We should
post. Joanne's still out there. Joanne, your nomination won out of the ballot tonight. Melissa McGinn nominated. We're waiting for Joanne to pop in here.
I have a kinsman. So Joanne did nominate her, and she said there was a suitcase of stuffed toys that had been left at Joanne's mom from a yard sale she had 2 years ago. I put it on the marketplace to give away, and a young woman messaged me to ask if she can have them, as she has 2 young children and was starting over to get things back on track. Of course, I said yes, they're for sure hers if she wants them. I told my daughter her story, and she did up a box of groceries for the women, and we put them with the suitcase and stuffed toys. She did this mama proud. She always did. She always does. Yeah, pretty awesome story. So there, once again, Joanne nominated someone who did something above and beyond for someone, and that's cool. So those are the type of nominations we're looking for. Nominate yourself, no shame in that, or nominate others, and they'll go into the draw.
Yeah, there's no rules. You can nominate yourself. You can have a million people nominate you. Just get yourself in a part of KINZ and KLOMP Live and the Good Vibes contest, brought to you by our good friends at the Cooperators, Timmins, Sebastian Vermette. And again, we've got 7 more to go. Jamie, you're going to get in touch with Melissa.
Yes,
I will send
her the gift certificate.
So, and I just wanted to say something here, Jamie. Mike Weir, how odd is that? We could talk golf any other day. We chose a Sunday where Mike Weir, a Canadian, our good old Canadian boy, just won on the Champions Tour. There, it's official -10. He won the Insperity Invitational during our golf chat with Owen Rigg tonight. How awesome is that? Right, you couldn't predict this, right?
That's right. Okay, so happy birthday, Tiana. There's no way you have a 22-year-old. I do. She can take care of me. Yes, of course, in a few years. I have the fountain of youth.
You sure do, Klomp.
Look, Joanne's, her son's birthday is tomorrow, 39. So
all right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I do not have the hair. That is correct.
No. You gave your hair to your kids.
Yeah. Look at this. Owen Rigg.
Yes.
Win.
Mike Weir. I can't believe that. Mike Weir winning in the middle of our golf chat tonight with the NGA. So Owen, every time Weir's in contention, Owen has to come back, and we'll cheer on our good old Canadian boy again.
Yes, that's right. So that is very good. Thank you for the nomination, Joanne. We really appreciate that. And Prince Bree, TADH 5050, early bird prize actually is 3 prizes. First is 5,000. Second,
it is, eh? Okay.
500, and a meat pack is third is 2,500.
Lots of good stuff for the early bird. Again, Timmins District 5050.ca is how you get a ticket. I always buy the ticket, and I'm always hoping that we're going to get the phone call at 11 o'clock, and hasn't happened yet. But we still try, don't we, Jamie? We're gonna put another ticket in for KINZ and KLOMP for the May draw.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Kinsman. Awesome night. Thank you to Owen. Thank you to the sponsors that keep us going. Right.
That's right. Timmins RV, can't say how much love we love Timmins RV, the Surge, Kim Donovan, and the Surge staff. We love you. We can't wait to get back in there so we can start our Timmins residency. Martin Peel from Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services. Without Martin, again, Martin has been with us. But before we even had a show, Martin says, I don't know if I want to sponsor you, or like he's like, I don't know, let's see what happens. And he's been with us since day 0. So great to see Martin always providing and always having our back. From Pat's Canine Protection and Detection Services. And how about Eric at Villeneuve Engineering, our newest sponsor, joining the KINZ and KLOMP Live family tonight?
Yes, love them. Welcome to the family. We love Eric. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching and all the wonderful comments. Mark especially likes to hear compliments. The truth.
We love compliments, yes. And you know what? Before we go, we should say on Tuesday's show, we're going to chat with the Trophy Shop.
All right. Looking forward to that.
Stephanie
Now,
from the Trophy Shop at Schumacher is Stephanie Hazelwood going to
Yeah.
join us on the show. She's feeling a bit of a pinch with COVID, and we're going to put another auction up, and you'll have a chance to provide some money toward Stephanie to keep her little business afloat and some much needed funds in COVID times. So I'm looking forward to that night.
one last chance, since Owen's probably still watching. You want to show him your swing?
Okay. You always ask me to swing. I can't. If I stand up, I'm going to knock all my equipment over here.
All right.
This is not a golf. This is not a golf setup here. But when we do hit the golf links, when we're allowed to get back in there, we'll video my swing, your swing, and we'll have Owen analyze it here live on the show. How about that?
Tiptoe into the golf course.
We're going to tiptoe to the golf course.
All right. Good night, Kinsman.
All right. Cheers, guys.